What's going on, guys? That was a solid leg session. I thought I would just quickly get it up and run you through it because I was... Wait a minute. I swear that... Oh, that motherfucker. Wait! Fuck you doing? What's going on, guys? Welcome back. We're here with episode 2. Today we're going to be going over Alex's nutrition. So just a quick recap. What was your old nutrition like and how did it look?
Takeaway.
So
Yeah, last 6 months definitely it was just a lot of takeaway food. There's a lot of Nando's, a lot of HJs, stuff like that.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So very like inconsistent number 1 and number 2 kind of like low protein, calories all over the place.
Yeah. I wasn't. It was mostly like carbs, I'd say.
Yeah,
Mum
okay,
was making like a lot of pasta, a lot of stuff like that. So.
Good old Serbian food.
Yeah.
Tastes good, but I mean, it's not the best for dieting. All right, cool. So what we're gonna do today, guys, is I've figured out all of Alex's calories and macros. That was based off his weight, height, age, and activity level. Now, I've got my own calculator to do this, but if you wanna do this yourself at home, you can just go Google, type in TDEE calculator, and you can figure it out off there. Or if you wanna go the extra mile, there's a good formula called the Harris-Benedict formula. I recommend using that one. Find out your TDEE, and then based off on your goal, you're gonna have to increase or decrease off that. So I've done all that for Alex today. Now what we're gonna do, so that's the easy part. Now the hard part is putting it into a meal plan that the client, Alex, is actually gonna be able to stick to, because it's easy for me to be like, all right, I want you to hit 2,400 calories, blah, 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 XYZ, protein, carb, fat, and he'll be like, okay. And the thing is, for one, he doesn't know how to do that because he's only just started, but we will teach him along the way how to track his own foods using like MyFitnessPal and stuff like that, so it's easy for him. But the best way to start is for me to make that into a plan that he's going to be able to follow, and then from there he's going to start learning, oh okay, because it's written all down for him, oh okay, this meal contains this much carb, this much protein, this much fat, and then over time he's going to get used to knowing what's in what, and he can look at other foods and he'll be like, oh okay, I reckon that's roughly this much protein, carb, fat, etc. So we've already done day 2 for him. We've got 7 days of options, but Alex told me he wants to keep it nice and simple, so we're going to give him 3 days, different options, about 2,400 calories. Minimum protein we'll go on is 160, and carbs and fats will fill the rest. We'll try and keep the fats fairly low because I know his preference is carb dense foods, and because it'll help him with training with indoor. Cool, so we're gonna make it in front of you and then you guys can see exactly how this works. So day 1, so for example, I would ask the client, Alex, what do you like to eat for breakfast? And he's gonna tell me
overnight oats.
All right, sweet. So we're gonna chuck in overnight oats. Cool, first snack.
Maybe a shake or something.
Cool.
I like the banana one.
Banana smoothies are easy.
Yeah.
Just simple banana smoothie. Lunch.
Some pasta,
Spag bowl.
Yeah.
What would you want for dinner?
Steak probably. Fried.
Sweet potato.
What do you think?
Sweet potato and white potato, very, very similar. So you can, sweet potato has a little bit more carb per gram. So if you want to do white potato, you can, and it's not gonna affect anything. Pretty much spot on. We just need a few more calories to get it to 24. Protein, as you can see here, is way over 160 gram. That's perfect. Fats are still pretty good. And carbs is reasonable. So that's good. I reckon just to chuck it up a bit more. Banana and a half. How's that?
Yeah.
Good? Sweet. So that's pretty spot on there. So just under 2,400 calories, 195 grams protein, and we've already done day 2 prior to this. When you're doing meal plans, if he would say, oh, I'm just gonna track calories, I'll just say, sweet, just track off these numbers on day 2. Because I want him to be able to eat different foods as he's learning. The calories are never gonna be exactly spot on unless you do stupid amounts like 22 grams of Biscoff and 157 mils of almond milk, and that's just gonna be a headache. So if you can get it within a ballpark, I like to say 100 calories for the Gen Pop client. If you wanna be more specific, try to get it within a 50 calorie range, then you're fine. There's no need to worry about that. Very high protein is good on diets in my opinion, because he's going to feel more satisfied, he's going to feel more satiated from high protein amounts, and from a thermic effect of food standpoint, protein burns more calories when you consume it than carbs and fat, so that's also going to assist in his fat loss. So 2,400 for Alex is only a slight deficit. We're doing that because he's only just starting, so he doesn't need a big deficit, and I think he'll adapt quite well. I think he'll burn fat pretty fast knowing him. So Easy, 3 days done.
Awesome.
Perfect. So guys, that was the main gist of the meal plans. Like I said, we're just sticking with 3 days for now. Basically, what he's gonna do is check in with me every single week. He's gonna send me his average weekly weight, and I'm going to determine off that, like, you know, is it on track or are we not dropping fast enough? Do I need to increase calories, lower calories? Do we need to get him moving more, daily steps, etc., etc.? And the main thing I need to know is like, okay, how compliant were you? Were you 100% this week? Were you 90, 95? Okay, you went off plan. How big did you go off plan? Did you have an all-out binge, or did you just kind of swap a meal out because you were out? And that's basically how I'll determine what we do on the next step. So this is why coaching, it's very important to communicate with your coach, and you have to kind of let them know how things are going, and you can't just say, oh yeah, I'll do this meal plan for 4 weeks, and then this one for 4 weeks, and then this one for 4 weeks, because it's more about adjusting. You know, this might work for a week and then I'll have to adjust it, or it could be good for 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 5 weeks before I need to adjust it. It all depends on the person, how compliant they are, and kind of how their body adapts to what I've set them on. All right guys, I really hope that info helped. I really hope you got a little bit of an insight of how I plan for my clients. This is exactly what I do for all of my clients. It's the same setup. And like I said, you'll see as Aleks goes how he changes, and if he updates me and I make changes, I'll inform you on that as well, just so you guys can see how I'm doing that. Episode 3, we're gonna go over his training and programming, so we'll probably put a full training session in, so stay tuned for that one. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, all the good shit, and see you in the next one.
See you next one.